Hello everybody, so today we've got a Silver 2 Mercy we are VOD reviewing. I have not watched this VOD yet, so I'm not totally sure what we're getting ourselves into, so let's press play, let's delve right into it and see what we got. So, I want to wait until we get everybody picked here.
Does everyone know the plan?
Ready for battle.
Alright, so we're only going to focus on Team 2's team comp here. So you've got Genji and Tracer, and then a Winston. So these three heroes are Dive. And then we've got a Kiriko and a Mercy. So the thing about Mercy here is, the only thing I would question is, who are you going to be pocketing? Normally when I play Mercy, I'm playing Mercy when we're running double hit scan. Sojourn would be the extra on this one, because Sojourn's not quite a hit scan. Pretty close to it, but not quite there. But I will run Mercy for a Sojourn, because Sojourn in the current state is a broken character. But otherwise, Ashe, Soldier, McCree, or Cassidy, sorry, I still slip that up once in a while. Those three characters would be hit scan, Widowmaker as well. Those four plus Sojourn. So those five characters, and then also Echo and Pharah can be very deadly with a Mercy. You don't have any of that here. So if this were me, I would not be running Mercy. I would be looking at potentially a Zenyatta for the distance heal, potentially an Ana for the Nano Blade. That's probably what I would be running here. And then if I feel like I'm being counter dove, I might run a Brig, because she can do distance healing at a pretty decent pace. At a much better pace than the community might be willing to admit to at the moment. But that's neither here nor there. We have Mercy in this one, so let's see how this goes. So I guess what I would be looking at is pocketing Genji and probably Winston, and then let Kiriko kind of just heal whoever, maybe staying with the Winston and the Tracer and the Genji. You know, just let's see how this goes here. Just speed this up until we get to the actual game. Okay, you're AFK, you're not ready to go. Okay, here we go.
Right by you, boosting your damage. Powered up. Nice.
So, okay, with the Winston, I'm okay with that. So, right here, you might want to be damage boosting the Tracer. Granted, she's pretty far away and she's only going to be doing minimal damage, but I'm not really sure how much you're actually getting off of Winston right here. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, get the Kiriko healed up. See, Winston's already struggling to stay up because of the healing he's getting. That goes back to the team comp I was talking about before. Okay, so you're all kind of huddled up in here now. Get that Kiriko topped off. Okay, you got the kill. I'm not opposed to a Mercy pulling out the pistol. I like the good jump, getting the height. You're staying out of harm's way. That's good positioning. I like that. So, right here, this is just a little bit of a nitpick. Just top off the Genji, because he can go prevent the other team from coming back to try to contesting the point. You just want him topped off, because the Winston's just going to be chilling here for a while regardless. Just top him off so he can go do his thing, and then you go back to the Winston. Yeah, so don't fly into where the enemy is going to be potentially contesting. You want to stay you probably want to stay closer to like the staircase area, or maybe even under it. Yep, that got you killed. Speed this up.
Zeit für einen neuen Plan.
I'm on the
On my
objective.
way. Here to help. Objective A strong captured.
So it looks like you got the mechanic down of getting the Mercy flight, which is a good thing. It's not that hard to do, especially now. Overwatch 1 it was a little bit trickier, but so I don't want... You should not be the one pushing the cart. Granted, it needs to move, so somebody's got to push it, but this shouldn't fall on a Mercy to be the one doing it. Probably Kiriko, I would say, should be the one to do it. Definitely not you and Genji. Okay, so Winston comes back to get healed, topped off. Alright, one thing I should add here. You should... I don't know if there's a lot of comms going on, because we don't get that in the replay, but in a situation like this, Kiriko has an 87 ult charge. You have your ult. Tell the Kiriko to heal the Winston. They need the ult charge. You do not. It's just better ult management. Because if you give it to Kiriko, now all of a sudden you got more ultimates to work with. So keep an eye on that. Check your tab. Look at your stats. Make sure if the other... In a situation like this, where there's no fighting going on, and you've got a teammate retreating to you for heals, and you're both just kind of chilling, pushing the cart sort of a thing, kind of like this situation right here, give it to whoever needs the ult charge. If you need the ult charge, by all means, just heal and whatever. But in the case like this, you've got the ultimate, give it to Kiriko. Tell him to heal him. And if the fighting starts, then, you know, by all means, just start chipping in and healing and whatever, but... okay, so yeah, make sure that beam is staying connected. Like, I like the positioning here, but just keep the beam going while you're in this position. So, you got the right idea, just, you know, get that beam going a little bit more.
I'll make sure that doesn't stop. Checking it. Amplifying your power.
So again, good positioning, you're staying on the high ground, you're staying out of harm's way. You're getting a safe res off, which is a good thing. That's something I have a bad habit of. I tend to die a lot when I res.
I'm being attacked.
I don't play Mercy a lot. I've been playing her a lot in Overwatch 2. I didn't play her much in Overwatch 1, but I've been... Because there's so many broken hit scan characters right now, I've been playing her quite a bit. More than I'm used to anyway. So that's my bad habit, is getting off safe reses. I'm always looking to res right away and then get myself in trouble. Damage boosting. You should be damage boosting a little bit more here. Get that Winston going in there. Winston with the damage boost can be kind of deadly. There you go, now you're doing it. I want to watch this again here. Heal the Genji a little quicker. So, okay, Kiriko's ulting. Pharah off to the left. And then she ults and then Reaper finishes you off. So, one thing that people in the lower tiers aren't always as great at, ult tracking. You know, by this point in the game, you should know that some of these characters have ultimates. Gotta just kind of look out for that a little bit more. Be a little bit more responsive of that, calling that out, pinging it if you're not pinging it. Your team's not doing a lot to counteract the Pharah either. So, okay, you got a Cassidy on your team now. You should be glued to Cassidy, not Winston. Your job is to now pocket the Cassidy to counter the Pharah. I'm okay with getting the res off here, though. But yeah, you need to find Cassidy and start pocketing him. Yeah, he's already dead. Cassidy's your hope and prayer of getting that Pharah killed unless she puts herself in a bad position. Winston's not your responsibility anymore. For right now, Tracer's okay to pocket, but this ultimate right here, not really, not very good. You should be waiting for your teammates to all kind of respawn and group up and go in together, and then you would ult. You would probably use that as an initiation ult, initiate the fight with it. Make sure keeping the beam on primarily on Cassidy. So yeah, this is the kind of rezzing I was talking about. This is where I have a bad habit where I see a res that I know I can get off, but suddenly the enemy team, you know, gets on you and kills you. So this is a bad habit that can be hard to get out of, but this was not a good ult because your team is currently coming out of spawn. This is kind of an ult that staggers the whole team because now Winston's gonna die again. And you've just wasted a bunch of time on the clock, and that was all because of a res. So that's just a bad habit you're gonna have to work yourself out of there. So now, see, like, if I were playing, I wouldn't have ulted there. I may have done that res just because it's a bad habit thing that even I sometimes get in the habit of doing. But the one thing is I would have my ultimates still at this point. So the point that I was trying to make before, you're all going to be clumping up here in your spawn, like right now. You're waiting for everybody to respawn, go in together. You could do your ultimate right here, all going in together, and you could be healing everybody at the same time, damage boosting everybody at the same time, although they kind of went in without you guys. So what you should be doing right now, telling the Zarya, get out. This is pointless. What you're doing here is you and the Zarya are feeding right now. There should be no way that this turns into anything. If this does, this is just because of the lower tier rank. Yeah, you need to get out. Get out, get out, get out. Do not res that. You're thinking about it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get out, get out, get out. Oh my goodness, what is happening? You've almost killed Farah. You got her, wow. Okay, yeah, in a higher tier game, that does not happen. There's no... What's happening here should not be happening at all. You should not have went in with the Zarya. The rest of the team shouldn't be catching up to you right now. You shouldn't have been able to kill the Farah. This is all just a lower tier game circumstance that should not be happening. What is going on here? You guys need to... Okay, you got the res off. Oh, this is a mess. Yeah, and so... Look at this. Let's go all the way back. All the way back to about right here, I would say, because even further back than this, I would say to about right here. So 2 minutes and 42 seconds, maybe even a little bit more than that, got completely wasted. This all was completely wasted time. So let's watch this again, but on fast mode, because we've already watched this, but let's watch it again really quick. So remember, I said you should be on the Cassidy because that's the only chance he's in a higher tier game. A Cassidy's not going to be able to take out a Farah that's pocketed. The Farah here is not being pocketed, but proper play, you should be on Cassidy to help finish off the Farah because in a higher tier game, they're going to be pocketed. Everything from like here on out is just lower tier nonsense. The Winston's ulting, and for what? I don't know. The Winston's not getting any value. You've never been on the Cassidy once. You're on Tracer for like no reason because the Tracer can't do anything here, and your ultimate's not getting you any value. Then you die getting the Winston back just for him to die again. This is just one big stagger fest. And then you finally wait. You wait for the Zarya, and then the rest of your team staggers. So I don't know if you guys are on a mic calming, but you should say like let's wait, group up, because like here, this is where you should be ulting and going and initiating. and then your team dies, and then all of this. I'm almost curious if you would have stayed on the Zarya a little bit better, if the Zarya could have somehow carried that, just because Zarya is so OP right now, but probably not. But like this interaction right here with the Pharah is insane too. I mean, it's good on you, but it's also like shows really bad on the Pharah. But yeah, I mean, some of the staggering is on you because of the rezzing and whatnot, but some of it's on the on your teammates. It's just this is the epitome of a lower ranked game. I mean, this is just poor. And I'm not harping on you specifically on this, but the game sense of the team as a whole, including you. Just you guys wasted so much time on that push that could have been used to go in as a team and potentially get that point. I mean, you guys were like right there too. I mean, you were on that last curve. You win one more team fight and you win, but you guys never went in as a team again. And some of that's on you for like rezzing the tank. And some of it's on your teammates for going in while you were waiting for your tank to go in. So I don't know if you guys were on a communicating or not. If you're not, start trying to communicate. Get people in voice chat. They don't have to be talking on the mic to be in voice chat just to listen to call outs. Something like that should be called out though.
They won't even know what happened.
The value of going in as a group of 5 would have won you that point. I guarantee it. Because you guys, if you guys would have went in, you would have had probably 3 team fights to get that last bend around and get the second point. I find it hard to believe you guys wouldn't have gotten that, especially if you were on the Cassidy pocketing him. So all right, let's we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. So what do we got now? You're still on Mercy, which is fine. In terms of who to pocket here, you should, I guess the Symmetra would be who you should be on. Diva's playing too far back because we saw a little bit ahead of time. She's going to play right here. She's too far back to pocket her. You can even try to pocket the Kiriko a little bit. I mean, assuming she's landing right clicks. Because if she lands a headshot with a Mercy damage boost, I don't actually know if that would be a one-shot kill or not, but her headshots are crazy, so you don't have a lot of range damage here. Symmetra right clicks can be good if she can land them, but maybe Kiriko could be the play here, honestly. There's not a lot of good options, to be honest, though. I would not be playing Mercy into this team comp. Again, Pharah, Echo, Hit Scans, and Sojourn. Those are the people that get me to play Mercy. So I'm not seeing a lot of options here. But if I were to be playing Mercy into this, Symmetra and Kiriko would probably be the 2 people I'd be damage boosting.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
So where even are they? I don't even know where they are. Oh, they're playing below you. Okay.
Stay away from me. I have located the Be uplifted.
So yeah, again, probably. I mean, Kiriko's throwing some right clicks. You probably should be on her. You got to heal her. Yeah, you were slow to get the healing orb even, or the healing beam on her. I don't know if you would have been able to save her or not, but that healing beam should have been on her a lot sooner. I mean, I don't even think you got it on her. So just be willing to bounce around to people. Yeah, this is kind of a lost cause at this point. You still have people alive, do you not? Yeah, you got people alive here. Is there anybody else other than... Okay, maybe not. Should still be healing the Diva versus pulling the pistol out, but it's kind of a lost cause.
System optimized. Monstering you.
Objective lost.
Not to worry.
Yeah, being on soldier, that's a good pocket choice. Yeah, damage beam should be 100% right here. Only damage until people start taking... Okay, wow. You know it. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, you guys are just getting beat up by Pharah at this point. But yeah, soldier's the guy to be pocketing here. Diva's a good choice when there is a Pharah kind of raining havoc. So keeping the Diva at full strength would be the secondary to this. I don't understand the Pharah choice here. I also don't really understand the Sin choice here, but... A really good Symmetra might be able to shoot a Pharah out of the sky in her current state, but I'm not expecting that at this rank. I'm not really sure what Kiriko's even doing here. She's trying to right-click. It almost feels like you're solo healing, if I'm being honest. I'm not really feeling the presence from the Kiriko. Kiriko is not an easy hero to be playing, and at this kind of a rank, I'm not... It's not good. Yeah, you're just going Mercy Pistol. You got a kill with it, that's good. Heal your Reaper. Oh. This is crazy that you guys actually held this. Well, good job. I mean, again, this is that lower tier shenanigans stuff that just would not happen in a higher tier game. No chance that that would have been saved there, unless the Reaper had like a huge ultimate or something. But anything short of that, Alright, so you're back on healing the Diva. Yeah, get that Diva topped off. You need her at full. Get on Pharah. You gotta be pocketing Pharah. You gotta be glued to her right now. That and getting Diva at full strength and then getting right back on Pharah. You should be in the air. Get in the air. Your positioning was good before, but... Oh, what is this Pharah doing? She tried to backcap you guys. So yeah, you shouldn't be on Diva here. You should be on your DPS. You got to be pocketing DPS, not your tank.
Damage intensified.
I almost feel like you're grouped with your tank. Like that's your buddy. Not sure what you're doing here. It's in certain situations I get the contesting, but it wasn't your job to be contesting here. If your team is alive, they need to be contesting. You need to be an extension of your DPS. You need to be able to enable them to do things, and you're just really glued on your tank. And that was a res opportunity there. You should have been resing the Pharah. She was in a safe spot to res. But yeah, Mercy is an enabler for your DPS, and you're not. You need to be on your DPS more. I get you're in a lower rank, and your DPS might be doing stupid things like we saw when you were trying to group up in the first round. But
my ultimate is ready.
The proper way to play Mercy is to be an extension of what your DPS are doing. Okay, you're doing that to get back quick. I get that. Heal. Like right there, I'm okay with you getting on the Diva. Not really sure why you flew into that kind of underground. Oh, you got to get on the Reaper. Yeah, Reaper was low there. You need to be able to keep him up during an ultimate. And if he's not taking a lot of damage, then just be damage boosting him. But worked out. So again, I would want you either on the Reaper or on the Pharah. Particularly Pharah when she's around. She's not around right now, unless she's behind you. But yeah, damage boosting Reaper or Pharah is what you should be doing here. But you're just really glued onto that Diva. Okay, now you're on Pharah. Pharah should be in the air. Not sure why she's on the ground. Pharah should like almost never be on the ground. Do not res that. Don't res that. Yep, get the Reaper going.
Supplying damage increase. Our work
Okay, good. That was a good res.
I'm here to support.
You found a safe time and you got it up.
30 seconds remaining.
Yep. Enable Reaper. Just stay on Reaper here. Diva's good. Diva's good. And Kiriko should be keeping the Diva up. Oh, okay. So this should be calling. You should be calling this out here. Okay, good. Good. Teams. Yeah, okay, so. Alright. You were doing a good job in the first round of using her flight ability. Here you're not doing it at all. It's like you're stressed out and you're forgetting things. So right here, what you should be doing, Kiriko's contesting. So put the beam on Kiriko, either damage or health, depending on if she takes damage. Put some space between you and her, and then fly to her and pop up into the air and grab one of these high ground spots and then maintain the beam on her, and then you'll be safe. But instead, you pull out your pistol and try to frontline as Mercy here. The front line just became the back line. The back line became the front line is what I meant to say. So Kiriko's job here should be to contest this with you enabling her, put some space between you and her, fly up and get up to the high ground. Up here. Somewhere up there. And then just keep the beam on Kiriko. Even if you do that, she will not die. She might struggle killing the Reaper because this is a silver game and, you know, aiming on Kiriko can be difficult even for higher tier people, but at least she's contesting the card and you're out of harm's way. So this is a positioning issue right here that you're doing. And then on top of that, you're forgetting simple mechanics of your character. So even here, like the flying here would have been good, except you ended up flying into the room and then you grounded yourself. But had you have done that sooner, you wouldn't have been in this position.
10 seconds remaining.
Your pistol, and here's another little rule of thumb. Your pistol should never come out unless you're one of the last people alive on your team. Or if the fight's just already kind of over or something and you just want to get some extra damage stats or something, but... Okay, so now you fly up. Oh, this is risky. Okay, good job, you got the Reaper back up. Higher level game, that should not happen. Just throwing it out there. Good job that you got it off, and it might... I don't know how this fight's going to turn out, but it's going to be big for this fight regardless if you win or lose. Higher tier game, that res doesn't happen, so don't get in the habit of making those kind of reses a thing. But if the team's just really not paying attention to you, then go for it. The one thing I will say here, you should be healing Reaper because he's squishier. Diva's pretty full health still. I mean, you're gonna have to bounce around between the two, obviously, but for right now, you should be on the Reaper because he's gonna be so much easier to kill here. And maybe you'll be doing that in the next couple seconds, but I'm just saying you should be on Reaper instead of Diva. Yeah, you weren't on him at all. Pistol should not be out. You should be healing whoever first. I think, well, unless I was wrong, I thought you still had people alive. I thought you had, oh yeah, Kiriko's there. I thought it was Diva. Maybe it was Kiriko. Maybe I missaw that. I don't know. Stay out of that. Stay out of that. Can you contest? You might be able to even contest from up there. Heal. Oh, you should be healing, not damage boosting. I'm not sure if you can, but you maybe should have been trying to see if you could contest from up there. I feel like you probably could. That bridge is so close to there. I feel like you probably could have contested from there. And the only thing that would have been able to really get you would have been Reaper. I mean, Sigma could have thrown some stuff up there and Tracer probably could have teleported around or just, you know, took them little pot shots, but you probably could have contested from up there rather than putting yourself down here where, you know, Brigida's going to swing at you and Reaper's close to being point blank and Sigma's point blank and Tracer's going to be point blank in a blink. But I think you could have contested from up there. If you find out I'm wrong on that, let me know. But I think you could have. So now that Diva's back, you should be healing her and just trying to keep her alive for as long as humanly possible, which, I mean, you're not going to be able to do, but just, we're on a delayed situation here. Yeah, you on a pistol there in that circumstance is no good. I mean, it's probably lost anyway. It's not like you would have kept Diva going, but you might have been able to keep her going long enough to get the rest of your team back. So ultimately, what we've seen in terms, let me get back to the spawn just so we can.
Ready for battle.
Let's use this as our bullet points of things to improve. So, number one, your positioning. I'm just going to say POS for short. Your positioning could be better at times. Number two, pocket choice. You're pocketing the tank too much, and like I said before, I think you were grouped with your tank and you were pocketing your buddy. But if you're playing Mercy, you need to be on the DPS. You are an enabler for the DPS. And just to so I don't go too short on number one, positioning, what I was talking about before, like you were doing pretty good in the first round. Second round, you put yourself in harm's way too much. Play the high ground in those situations. And then this goes into the third point, abilities. I'm spelling that wrong. It's a little late at night and I'm going a little brain dead, but abilities. Like your flying mechanic, shoot yourself into the air. Stay out of harm's way. There were a couple times you could have rezzed when you didn't, like the Pharah when she was on the rooftop. That was a really safe spot to res too, and I'm not really sure why you didn't go for that, on top of just being on the Pharah. And then I actually want to put up a fourth point. Clear that. A point number 4. Team comp. I feel like Mercy wasn't really the play with the team comp you had given to you. So one thing that I've been telling a couple of my friends, in Overwatch 2, I feel like it's very unfriendly to one trick. In Overwatch, it was friendlier to one trick. Especially if you were really good at the hero you were one-tricking. But in Overwatch 2, I am playing every hero capable in the hero pool of support. I'm playing all of them. I did not play Mercy in Overwatch. Very rarely did I ever play Mercy. Just wasn't a hero that was interesting to me. In Overwatch 2, I am playing Mercy. Ana was another character I didn't play a lot of in Overwatch, mainly because I played with a lot of Ana players. But in Overwatch 2, I am playing Ana a lot more than I used to in Overwatch. Point I'm trying to make is I do not recommend one-tricking in Overwatch 2 if you are looking to climb. Now, if you like playing Mercy, or if there's other reasons that make you only playing Mercy, so be it. But if you're looking to play in comp and you're looking to climb, do not one trick in Overwatch 2. It's not worth it. Now, obviously, if you've got a team comp that benefits playing Mercy and you play Mercy the entire game, that's a different story. But in this particular game that you gave me, playing Mercy, I don't really think was really the play here at all. Heroes that I would have been playing, like to start this game, I would have been playing either Zen. Zen is a tricky hero to be playing here, but Zen would have been beneficial. Brigitte could have been beneficial. Ana would have been good. Ana probably would have been the best pick. And then Zen, then Brig. Probably in that order. And then just to go to the second just to go to the second round, just to follow up on this thought. I went too far.
3, 3, ready.
So, and then just to go here, now you ended up getting a soldier and a Pharah, so Mercy would have ended up working. But to start this one, I don't know that I would have played Mercy here either, because you don't really have anybody to pocket. Granted, both of your DPS ended up swapping again. But honestly here, I'm not really sure what you should have played. Moira, maybe? Moira could have been good. Baptiste could have been maybe alright. Anna could have still been good. Anna works with pretty much anything, though. Yeah, some of those heroes could have been good. But as the game goes on, it became a little bit more Mercy friendly. Like once you got the soldier, then it became more Mercy friendly. And then okay, soldier was the one to go Pharah, so then still Mercy friendly. And then pretty much all the way through at that point, Mercy friendly. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. So this is a Mercy Silver 2 VOD review. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything or if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys for the next one.